So I wanted to know if the Honda Pilot can make a good SUV RV camper. First, can you sleep comfortably in the Honda Pilot with the back seats folded down? And second, I wanted to compare the pros and cons of camping in an SUV versus a minivan. Finally, I will look at storage options for overlanding in the Honda Pilot. So I'm sitting here in the back of my Honda Pilot SUV, and I am laying pretty comfortably with this setup as a camper, but I am a little too tall to sit up comfortably in here with this mattress. This mattress that I have is 6 inches deep, and maybe if I wanted a little more headroom, I would choose my cot mattress or a thinner memory foam mattress. But the reason that I have this mattress in this SUV is to sleep comfortably when I'm out camping. And the 6-inch memory foam mattress doesn't fall into this gap while I'm laying here. So I'm pretty comfortable. I have plenty of headroom. I have plenty of foot room, and I'm about 5 foot 10 inches tall. At 5'10" with the SUV fully closed up, I had plenty of room. From this angle, you can see I still have plenty of room. I have my mini fridge in here, which this is a C50, so it's a 50-quart mini fridge. This mini fridge probably wouldn't fit well if I was trying to sleep 2 people in my SUV. But still, I have plenty of headroom, and in fact, if my head is just barely touching the plastic, look at how much foot room I have. I have my windows down. I'm not too worried about space. I can sit up enough to see around, but I can't sit up straight comfortably. Overall, I think you could use a Honda Pilot to do some kind of overland camping, and I think it would be a pretty fun experience. So now I'm gonna measure the inside just to see what kind of mattress I can fit in here. Oh, this old tape measure. Right about 44 inches. So 44 inches wide, and then lengthwise or depthwise, I'm at about 82 inches, and I'll give a couple, and I'll say 80 inches, which is actually about the maximum size of any mattress that you'd be able to find. A full mattress, I believe, is about 54 inches wide. So if you were gonna put a full mattress in here, you could get a memory foam mattress and maybe trim out these skirts for the wheel wells. And that mattress, let's see what it fit in here. 54-inch wide mattress. With a little bit of work, it would be a very tight fit. So 54-inch mattress, you'd have to cut that shape out. But you could definitely fit a twin mattress. Unfortunately, a twin mattress is kind of small to fit a pair of people on, but for solo camping, a twin mattress is great. And the mattress that I have is a narrow twin mattress, which is the same size as a standard cot. This mini fridge does fit pretty good in here. It is a little big if you're just going out for a couple of days. It's a 50-quart, but I do have my Anchor Powerhouse 400 here, and you can store plenty of gear in this gap between the seats. And additionally, there's another gap in between the seats here. Now, if I wanted to, I could push those seats back as far as they go and perhaps get a little more room up in the front. I have pushed the seats back as far as they will go, and as you can see, the Anchor Powerhouse fits in there perfectly. Plenty of room. There's about maybe 12 inches of space in there, and that space would be plenty to store a tent, a small cooler, sleeping bags, plenty of gear, and that leaves you also plenty of room in the back. The Honda Pilot has a small storage cubby, and I'll show you inside of that. So inside of the small storage cubby, you could fit some stuff, but the disadvantage to this cubby is that it's not very deep. However, I do have my air compressor, and my air compressor, maybe my jumper cables, maybe a small toolbox would be perfect to sit back in this area. So there are a couple of disadvantages to using an SUV versus a minivan. And the first disadvantage is that there simply is not a lot of headspace. So when I'm in my minivan, I can sit up comfortably inside the minivan while it's in its camper configuration. But this SUV, you cannot sit up in unless you're a very short person. The reason for that is the seats do remain in place. There is no option to pull the seats out when you make your camper conversion. And this is an all-wheel drive vehicle with a lot of ground clearance. So relative to the Toyota Sienna, both vehicles actually have about the same roof height, but there's a lot of stuff happening on the bottom of the SUV that the minivan doesn't have taking up space. So one big advantage to the SUV versus the Toyota Sienna is that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. So I feel much more comfortable going on roads or into places where I don't want to get stuck with my minivan. This thing can handle it. So if I'm going more remote, then I will take this, I will put my tent in, I will bring a few cots, and my family can enjoy a nice camping trip without worrying about spending a day stuck in the mud somewhere. Now I'm going to put this mattress in. It's not a hard mattress to put in. It is a trifold, and so one thing about the trifold is it does not take up a lot of space when it's folded, but you do have to be careful, I think, in the long term, if you're moving this mattress around a lot, to make sure you don't rip the seams in between the trifolds. If you do plan on doing something like this, I want to show you how much space this mattress takes up when it's folded up. For example, if you want to have your 5 seats available in the vehicle. This is an 8-seater, but with this, I don't know if I will be able to fit 8 people in the vehicle. That's a pretty big mattress when folded up. So let's see. I'm definitely in the 3rd row. So to get this into at least a 5-seat configuration, I'm gonna have to move this fridge out of the way. It's still gonna remain plugged in, and then I'll just lift up these seats and see. All right, so plenty of room here. The mattress is in a stored configuration, and the fridge is in a great place. I would rotate it around for access while we're traveling, but I can fit plenty of gear here. And on top of the gear that I can fit, I do have my roof box and my roof rack, and I also have a trunk box that goes right here. Hey guys, I have a really big camping trip planned this weekend, so I'm gonna get busy packing, and be sure to click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next adventure.